Alrighty, welcome back. We're picking up right where we left off. We're running the Chambers of Innocence. I wasn't able to finish it last episode, so we're hoping to actually make it through it. Oh yeah, this weird thing here. Still don't know what this thing is. It's some sort of weird... My only guess is this is delirium. I have no idea if it is or not. It could be something entirely different, but... That guy was a little scary. Kind of hard to tell what's going on in the delirium world. Then on top of that, everything that's going on with the rifts. But I guess it's kind of always been a drawback of actually I'm gonna go find that recipe of Path of Exile, I guess you could say, is too much going on the screen at once, not really telling, not being able to tell really what's happening. Ooh, I'll take that. Small cluster jewel. What's a cluster jewel? Oh. Interesting. Just keep unblocking all the walls, make sure we get all the spawns open. I think that's a recent change where you unblock a spawn point, it also removes some of the walls in the areas around it. I'm pretty sure, because there was an update. I haven't read what its contents were, but the game updated before I was able to open it. Added small passive skills also grant 3% cold to resistance. Is this where I can put in my tree and then it like affects the passive skills around it in like an area? Is that what this is? That is my guess of what it is. Alright, let's go do this.
Got me!
Alright, anything that I want. Not really. It's kind of weird. You know, I'm not really entirely certain for myself of what you have to do get the best rewards from those rifts. I'm not really sure. Like, I believe from a video that I watched of another person, kind of playing through this league, mentioned that uncovering all of the spawn points helps with the amount of monsters that spawn. But I don't know if killing, like, is it just killing as many monsters is ultimately what increases the drops? That's what I'm not sure of. Nope, nothing there that I want. this way. This one I've seen? Yeah, I did read that one before. Leveled up. I believe I was going up this route. Keep going this way. I don't think I've seen this one. Sim Game Ash. No, I did read that one. Just the map is a little bit different from when I first ran it yesterday, when I didn't complete it. Oh, let's see. Crystal Wand. Ooh, add cold damage. That's actually kind of nice. Okay. Hello. I'll take that. Don't know what the heck those guys are all about. Look at this thing. Need to pick up a scroll of wisdom. Take a look at it. See, this is evasion rating and energy shield, which is technically what I want. So I'm gonna pick that one up, especially since it's a 4. Gosh, the grafts absolutely shred things. Okay. The Sanctum of Innocence. Ooh, this is a boss area, if I've ever seen one.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
Let's start with you, shall we?
I am the Emperor.
Innocence.
That power, incredible.
Oh, that was phase 1. Okay.
I am the sword. I am the Emperor.
Our first god fight. I mean, besides like Malachi or something like that, but buddy. Yeah, you chill?
Innocence! You, and only you, I shall save.
Oh, it's Sin.
I am Sin, the Forgotten One. Would that humanity could forget all of my kind. Perhaps with your help, that might still come to pass. For now, the blinding light has been dimmed, and darkness floods in to fill the void. The desperate and depraved set a feast for their lord incumbent, Kitava, the Ravenous One.
Okay. Well, cutscene. What? I didn't know this game had cutscenes.
Should Kitava accept their invitation, there is but one thin sliver of hope for us all. My brother's sign of purity. Look to it in the choking passages of Templar reverence. It shall be your torch when night falls at last.
Okay, dude. What? First,
I am
Kitava.
Sin, the Forgotten One. Would that humanity
Is
could
this what he
forget
just
all
told
of my
me?
kind. Perhaps with your help.
Yeah, that's exactly what he just told me.
Should Kitava accept.
Okay, so never mind.
Deep in the Templar's ossuary, in the company of the dead, there lies the sign of purity. Innocence bled himself for the creation of that cruel and desperate weapon. Tempered in his own ruby ichor, it was forged to be a transcendent tool of punishment and purification. The sign is a living agent of righteousness, or at least the dubious kind of righteousness that my brother subscribes to. Innocence found in the first High Templar a most faithful servant, and gifted the sign to him so that it might be used in times of great need. The great need of Innocence believers, that is. Humanity's general well-being has never been of particular concern to my brother.
Okay.
Though I am a god, I have not forgotten my humanity. I care for that which I once was. Kitava remembers nothing and cares for nothing but his own hunger and greed. He is an endless pit of gnashing teeth and churning guts. While other gods rise on the mainland and fight for the meager scraps of what was, Kitava has the most fecund and formidable civilization of his age at his disposal. He can feed when he likes, and he grows ever stronger with each morsel. All of Ariath shall soon belong to Kitava, and if that happens, he will rise beyond even our reach.
Okay, so with that context, we're saying that we killed the beast, which was suppressing the gods that are now back, and Kitava is one of these gods. Not the beast, but just a god.
He lives, after a fashion. That pretentious little vessel of his served only to encourage his divine follies. I have procured him a more sensible host, one that should contain his excesses and temper that fragile ego of his. Hear this, brother. From mind of lead to heart of gold, your soul shall be bound, your wrath shall grow cold.
Nice rhyme, bro.
I've conquered one god already. What's one more?
Interesting. Okay. I mean, I definitely still have a ton
What
of
in
questions.
damnation have you done?
Oh, just,
You've
know,
destroyed
killed...
him, and yet I hear the voice of innocence, begging for our forgiveness, asking for our help. You and I. I heard him the moment the High Templar fell, whispering inside my damn skull, his heart beating within my chest. Innocence protects us now, holds fast the door against the murderous tide that rushes to meet us. He wants you to pass through that door, to bring order to the chaos beyond. I don't understand any of this. Moments ago, I was just a soldier obeying his High Templar, banning the nobody. Now, my God lays inside my head, telling me to let you through that door and to make my way to Overseer's Tower, if it still stands. It does? All right. I don't know what's waiting for you out there, but should you survive it, I'll see you at Overseer's Tower.
Okay. I'm guessing I go through here? I guess this is the next.
Someone's redecorated. I like it.
Haha. Oh, I guess I should open those more often, huh? So again, I'm taking this that Kitava is a god. Not a very nice god, but he is a god. Well, I mean, are any of the gods really nice? You know, that's kind of more of the bigger question. But, you know, in the world of Path of Exile, is it really a thing of good? Or is everyone just kind of serving their own purposes? Probably more akin to that. Once I hit level 55, I'm going to redo my spells and abilities, which is what my build guide says to do before I run my level 55 labyrinth. Looks like something big dropped. Siege. Ow. Just like that in the face. I keep getting these wands, and I want to pick them up to see if they're better than the one I have right now. Hello. Goodbye. Up here. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still not entirely sure exactly top it. And then like one of the guys, the Karui guy at the tower, he like serves or like worships Kitava. So like, is that gonna cause me some problems? Spirit shield. I'm pretty sure. Chance to block energy shield. I think that's the one I want. I have to check. I might have to recheck my build guide. Yeah, that's definitely new from the update. Is when you go over the spawn points that it will remove some of the walls around it. Definitely a part of the update. This way, make sure any other spawn points over here. No. Blasting one. And I'm just picking up a bunch of wands to see if any of them would be better. Better than the one I have now. Alright. that should be the last of that. Alright, let's do it.
None shall pass!
Take that. Crystal scepter. Let's get out the monies, scholar bits, no. Energy shield, evasion rating. What kind of gloves do I have right now? Oh, right. I have these. Eh, why not? I'll grab them. Probably can't grab anything else for the time being. I think the next little area has a place I could step back. Sage one. Helmet. Nope. Nice. Alright. Into the next area. Maybe. There's a whole area down here. Oh, it's just a hallway. Never mind, we're good. Let's keep on moving on. The ruined square. That doesn't sound good.
This chaos should have been.
Ooh. Those are some bad looking dudes. Ooh. Alchemy shards. See, this reminds me of when you get to the manor in Path of Exile 2 in the first act, when you get to the like Duke's Manor and it's all corrupted and everything's blown up and people are all corrupted and dying and everything's on fire. That's what this reminds me of. Okay, well, we got a waypoint, which is good. I'm gonna head back. Oh, so I can go to multiple different areas from here. Let's head back to the tower, though. Oh, homeboy's gone.
You deserve recognition for what you have done. You've freed us from Templar oppression. Yet I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils. Still, take something. You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
Probably take the blue one.
Once Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless hunger to Namakanui and the whole Karui archipelago. As you know, the Karui will fight, and they'll fight hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of 3 treasures that might just make the difference. They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip woven of Hinekora's hair. A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own mouth. a fishhook that was once the jawbone of Valakor. Together, they're known as Kitava's torments and lie within the reliquary that borders Oriarth Square. I saw them with my own eyes when delivering messages to the scholars there. Please, go to the reliquary and claim those treasures before Kitava's children do.
Interesting. So is Kitava a Karui god?
I can't yet begin to unpick the lies that Utula has told us. But this piece of truth I do have. Utula sensed that very moment when you struck your final blow, when you broke the Templar's power. He turned to me and told me this. Now our king comes to us. He'll be hungry, so very hungry. I shall prepare him a feast. Then he gathered his followers and left. Where's he gone? Oriarth Square. You won't need directions. Just follow the screams.
So Utula did go bad.
When I was a courier for my father's house, I'd cross Cathedral Square 100 times in a day. On the fairest days, that square would be filled to bursting with Oriarth's highborn, come to bask in the sun and each other's glowing nobility. It was a pretty sight, depending on where you stood. For freedom.
Okay. Talk to the homeboy.
We're glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide. I'm glad you made it. And Innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do. I know my way around weapons and armor, and all things Templar if you should want for further enlightenment on that subject. As for Innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense, other times he's a shattered god, but he'll heal. I'll make sure of that. Lani's...
Oh no.
We're glad you made it. Lani's told me a little about Utula and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utula's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments I can piece together from Innocence, he's not the benevolent kind. Please, find Utula and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put Innocence back on his divine throne. I'm saying this because Oriarth is my home. It's made some mistakes, but it doesn't deserve the fate that Utula has in mind.
Bro, I just realized the like gold eagle standards below the symbol and then these symbols and like the red flags on all the walls. I'm like, bro, that's like Nazis. Oriath is Nazi Germany?
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't trust her. Yeah, I've got my reasons. Piety kept her work pretty quiet, but her results were brutally clear. The people she took, the people she changed. Slaves mostly, and a few enemies of God. Enemies of bloody Dominus, more like it. I don't go in for black and white definitions of good and evil, but with piety in her ilk, I make an exception. Whatever's lurking inside Violenta, it ain't good. Not by a long shot.
See, that's what I was saying.
I'd be lying if I said my hands were clean of slavery's blood. I was a soldier. I went where Dominus ordered me to go. I sailed with the expedition to Namakanui, killed Karui warriors, and rounded up Karui captives like every other bastard in a Templar uniform. So I don't blame Lani for wanting to take back her freedom, and I don't blame her for believing Utula's lies either. I certainly swallowed enough of Dominus's falsities to sicken my soul. It's what we do now that matters. I can see that Lani's heart is in the right place, and for once in my damned life, so is mine. Devotion should be honored, I suppose. For centuries now, the Templar have boiled the flesh and skin from the devout, and presented the polished remains for public appreciation in the ossuary. Personally, I think it's one of the better ways to remember those who have gone before us. To touch the bones is to remember neither the legend, the legacy, nor the lies. It reminds you that those bones belonged to a man or woman who was just like any other man or woman. A sign of purity. Let's see. A staff bathed in innocent blood. No. Sorry, bathed in the blood of Innocence. Yes, Innocence gave a part of his divine self to the thing, and gifted it to the Templar. Now that I recall, I read a tome about it when I was a cadet. Bloody long time ago. I skipped most of the boring pages, so only remember the bit where High Templar Maxarius smote with flame the army of the faithless with one ray of its hallowing light. The book's words, not mine. Outside of my humble flesh, the sign of purity is about all that's left of innocence. I'm having a little trouble explaining it myself. I've never been the most devout of men, especially for a Templar, more of a soldier than a believer. But now, Innocence himself rests within me. His voice is weak, barely a whisper, yet still he has the power to keep us safe from Kitava's hunger. At least for now. For my part, I'm simply grateful. Grateful that I have a god watching my back, and grateful that he's given me the power to watch others in return.
Interesting. So this was the guy that Sin set as the vessel for Innocence.
For a long time now, I thought my god's intentions were being twisted by his supposed servants. Did I speak up? No. The pyre would have been my only answer. I did what I was told and drew the lines of morality where I could. Now I understand the truth. It wasn't Innocence's intention being twisted. It was Innocence himself, perverted by the selfish convictions of the men and women who worshipped him. A god answers to the believer, as the believer answers to their god. Good luck. We live in interesting times.
So
all right.
what does this guy say? Oh, so he's the new armor. Gotcha. He just took over Atula's position. Okay.
Innocence?
Yes, what is it?
Ooh, she does have stuff to say.
Dominus adopted Chittis Cathedral as his personal laboratory. He decked it out with everything his miraculous mind could conceive of. His great work in Psalm, that which you destroyed, it all began there.
Okay.
You really don't have a strong grip on cause and effect, do you? Things replace other things. It's the most fundamental of laws. The larger the thing you remove, the bigger the rush to fill the space that's left behind. Innocence was the nexus of power in Oriath. Remove him and something of equal or greater power was always going to take his spot. Any idiot could have predicted that Kitava was going to be that something. Unless, of course, you thought it was going to be you.
I don't like this lady. She's annoying.
People have talked about the return of the gods since the birth of Oriath. It's a gambit employed by charlatans to fleece the weak-minded and morally desperate. Or so it seemed.
Yeah, you're the weak-minded and morally desperate.
Avarius and his Templar drones now greet the dawn filled with power and glorious purpose. Kitava has risen from whatever ethereal cesspit he's been hiding in for the last few millennia. So what let the cats out of their proverbial bags? I'm a scholar, not a prophet. Yet there's one occurrence that absolutely reeks with evidential causality. You killed the beast.
Yeah, but how? How did we kill the beast? The beast has been around for like hundreds of years, and at least in what it's painted in Path of Exile 2, it's like we chase the beast around trying to get to it before it gets too powerful that we then can't kill it, right? And this is only taking place over like weeks or potentially even months. This thing has been like gestating in the size of a mountain for hundreds of years as Malachi as its like vessel. How the heck did we quote unquote kill the beast? Plus, when you learn Path of Exile 2, you can't really kill the beast. You kind of just like reset it. So that doesn't make sense to me.
The sign of purity, yes. A discry staff that piety sent me to study at one point. Apparently it was a gift from Innocence to the first High Templar, Maxarius. Dominus couldn't even bear to touch the thing, so he had it locked up in the ossuary. Quite reactive behavior for a man of such formidable intellect, yet now it's making a little more sense. The staff was certainly able to conduct and store energy, yet remained inert when I applied corruption to it. It must only respond to divine energy, and with corruption and divinity being diametrically opposed, it's no wonder that my experiments failed to excite the thing. Meaning, If the sign of purity is a repository for the power of innocence, Dominus could never have wielded it, being steeped as he was in the opposing power of the beast. You, though, you are a different matter entirely.
Well, yeah.
Bannon claims that a god now lives inside his head and talks to him. What's more common, divine possession or insanity? I'll leave you to calculate the odds.
I believe him.
I told you so. What more need I say?
Well, you're annoying.
Tootles.
Anyways, I mean, that makes sense, at least what she explained of that the power of divinity is the opposite of the power of the beast, of the corruption. Because we do learn in Path of Exile 2, at least, that sin created the beast to try to remove gods from Rayclass. But he wasn't really planning on exactly how that was going to pan out, and then it didn't really pan out, right? So very, very interesting. Alright, some of this stuff I can just toss, because I know I'm not going to use it. So I'm going to throw all this away. Probably including that too. Since I know kind of what I'm looking for. And holding a shield. That's actually pretty dang good. I don't think I actually have a gem slot open. Faster energy shield recharge. That's pretty dang good too, at least for my build in particular. Now the golden mask I'm gonna keep. I do have 3 more of these. Whoops.
Hello.
Oh, she's got more voice lines.
Remember what Utula said about Kitava? He is the tormented one, destined to rise up from the darkness, and we, his children, rise with him. It was there all along, in eyes too bright and smiles too wide. Cunning concealed by kindness. Conquest wearing the mask of freedom. I didn't see it because I was looking for something else. Hope. The cult only wanted what it's always wanted. To be born again in their father's image. They are Kitava's children, the first of his tribe. Unless you do something about it, they won't be the last.
Okay.
The King's Feast is an ancient ritual born of less enlightened times. Long before the Karui followed the way, one tribe would conquer another, and a feast would be prepared for the triumphant king. The main dishes of this feast were selected carefully, for the sweetness of their nature and the tenderness of their flesh. You see, when the conquered fills the belly of the conqueror, 2 tribes become one. And that's what's happening out there in Theopolis right now. The tribe of Kitava is feeding upon the tribe of Oriath, and the feast won't end until 2 tribes become one.
So Kitava is a Karui god.
Bannon is unexpected. At least, he's not the sort of Templar that I'm used to dealing with. His ideas about innocence almost make sense to me. The way he worships innocence and receives such power in return, it's like his devotion actually brings out the best in his god. But how is that possible? A god is a god. They bless us and they punish us, not the other way around. Yet for Bannon, somehow it's different.
Indeed. Anyways, what else can I sell? So I want to keep that. I can sell these. Create another one of those, I guess. It's higher energy shield. It's not as high level. Increased lightning damage. It's not very great. I need to pull up my build guide. Hold up. Because what I might do a bit off camera is by the gems that I need. Oh yeah, I didn't look at this. Has one socket. So this is a necklace that has a socket. That's crazy. +2 to level of socketed gems. Socketed gems are supported by level 10 added chaos damage. Interesting. So it's a necklace that you can put a socket into. That's wild. Let me double check if... So the one I'm looking for is Harmonic Spirit Shield. But I guess any of the Spirit Shields will kind of do. I don't think this is better. I mean, I could try to... And then this guy... 'Cause that's what I want on gloves too, right? No, I want something... No, wait, no, that's right. I want evasion and energy shield, but I'm looking for increased attack speed and maximum life. Okay, so maybe I'll toss these, and then I might try my hand at some of these wands to see if they're any better.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Throw that in there. Throw you in there. You. Try and... No, don't want that. I want... Whoa, that's a lot. 50% recovery applied instantly. Gosh, I'm gonna use all my freaking orbs. Honestly, I think I'd just rather keep both the instant recoveries that I have instead of wasting these orbs. Dang, 34 to 63. That's crazy. Because of the increased physical damage, which is what I want, right? No, it's spell damage. Physical damage. I want increased spell damage, add to lightning damage, then increase attack speed, and then critical strike chance. Let's increase lightning damage plus cast speed. I guess I can always check here. See, I lose so much damage. That's close though. Dang, that's close too. Oh, let's try rolling the odds here. Upgrade a normal item to a random rarity. Let's try this one. Ooh, that's so close. So close. Let's try the other one. Oof, that was rough. Yeah, no. I mean, this one was so close. I want to like try because I need a because that's for a normal item. I forget which currency I need to upgrade it to. I think it's this one. I forget what it's called to move it to a rare item. Well, I guess we'll sell all these then.
Freedom comes to them.
Get some currency back.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Whoops. Wait, I totally forgot. Can I? Oh yeah. Need to do something with that. Okay, I was like, can I increase the rarity of these? That'd be crazy. But no, I cannot. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do is I'm probably just gonna go to the tree, try my luck. I don't think I have that much blood.
Enter.
Hello? 123. Could try. Yeah, we'll try one.
Soon bear fruit.
Armor evasion, armor evasion. Nope. Got nothing there. Currency. Or an ancient womb gift for a unique item. I haven't done one of these. Why not?
She is pleased.
Whoa. Deadre's Elixir Greater Mana Flask. So 293 increased charge per use. So you can basically use it once. Removes 80% of your maximum energy shield on use. And you take 50% of your maximum health as chaos damage, but you gain 2 endurance charges on use and gain 3 frenzy charges on use. Yeah, I don't think it's very good.
Welcome.
It probably is amazing, and then there's just me being like, yeah, it's trash. I don't want that. And then I
Fight
just
for
vendor it.
Rayclast.
Either way, from here, I'll probably do some stuff off screen, get my build ready for the next level, especially for my next lab. So I'm gonna have to get some new gems and find out where the heck to get those. But then we'll pick up next time, learn a bit more about the gods and their return to Rayclast and Oriath. Definitely interesting, and I want to learn more about who the heck Kitava is. So, hope you enjoyed, and have a good rest of your evening.